Shalom. I just want to start off by saying, Call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and the occupant spreading His truth throughout the four corners of this earth. My name is Asha Allah, and tonight's topic, I just want to talk about, we'll bring up from the scriptures how the people that's in our land today, the people that's inhabiting our land today, Israel, Jerusalem, those are not the real inhabitants of that land. They defiled that land, and so without no further ado, let's get right into it. This is Ezekiel 7:24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. And in this context, this is talking about um, let's talk about Assyrian Babylon, but ultimately you can tie this to America today. America being that modern Babylon, and the worst of the heathen. The so-called Israelis, the Amalekites, Amalek. Though that's the worst of the heathen. And right now they possess our houses. They possess our land. Israel, Jerusalem. That's our land. And it says, I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. So yeah, that whole land is defiled, man. Our holy places in that land, our holy city, Jerusalem, that place is defiled under the inhabitants of these heathens. They got something. They got the biggest gayest parade in the world. Pink City, Tel Aviv. There's constant bloodshed, constant war going on in that land. Like that place is all the way defiled. And in a little bit, I'm about to get into how America is Babylon. But from there we can go to let's see, Slovakia. From there we can go to Zechariah 9. Yeah, we can go to Zechariah 9 and 6. And a bastard shall Slakia, and a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. Ashdod being that chief city in Israel, Tel Aviv, and we could just do a quick Google search on that word, bastard. Bastard, an unpleasant or despicable person. And let's look up the what's similar to a bastard. Um, a wretch, devil, good for nothing, reprobate, wrongdoer, evildoer, a scumbag, pig, swine, SOB, a rat, a lowlife. Like all these things are similar to a bastard, man. And ultimately, that's the so-called people that's in Israel today. That's the so-called. They're the evildoers, the wrongdoer, the reprobate. The world was given into their hands according to let's see, Slovakia, uh, Job 9:24. The earth was given into their hands, because the tribe of Amalek, or the house of Amalek, ties back to Esau, Edom. You know, and so this is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And according to Malachi 1:4, Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness. So, they're the wrongdoers, the evildoers in that land, and they do, they have all types of wicked and wicked ordinances going on in that land. Um, so from there on, Uh, let's see. Uh, oh, I mean, I guess we could look this up. Uh, Balfour Declaration. Uh, yeah, the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War, announcing support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. Uh, so yeah, you know that Israel became a national home for the Jewish people in 1917. And with that, shortly after that came the British Mandate, where the British had control over Israel, but it got relinquished, and the state of Israel was affirmed by the UN 1947 or 1948, and that was the British Mandate. From there, from there we can get Amos 7:17. So yeah, with them sharing that land in Palestine, Israel, um, this this is Amos 7:17. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in the polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. So this description does not fit the so-called people of that land. You know, it fits the blacks, Mexicans, and Native Americans, um, the true inhabitants of that land. You know, it says that wife shall be a harlot in the city, and ultimately, man, the nigger women is through. You know, that is the harlot in the city, man. And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword. You know, you look at that. You look at that today, man. Our people, whether it be man or woman, is dying left to right to the sword, man. The modern day sword being that gun. You know, the modern day weapon being that gun, man. Our people get gunned down daily in the streets. And we only hear about certain cases on the news. You know, Breonna Taylor, uh, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin. But this is a daily thing that happens, man. It's like our people can't. You know, what is it? Our people, they can't. You know they can't. Our people can't make it. There's I want to say it's part of the curses too. Uh, Deuteronomy, Slovakia. I want to say it's like 64. I believe. Nah. Yeah, Deuteronomy 20 and 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall thy sole of the foot have rest. But the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and a sorrow mind, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Yeah, because our people, according to that Amos 7:17, man, our people, well, whether it be man or woman, they fall by the sword, man. And we don't have no ease here, man. And thou shalt, I'm gonna continue reading it. Um, I'm gonna just start all over. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in the polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of this land. So our land being divided by line, in Israel right now, they have this big giant ass wall that stretches forth hundreds of miles throughout the city, uh, and from north to south, and it literally divides Israelis from the Palestinians. You know, and it says that that thou shalt die in a polluted land, and that goes back, that ties into what I was just talking about with that Deuteronomy 28, 65 and 66. And Israel shall go into captivity forth of this land, but it doesn't fit the so-called inhabitants of that land today. Uh, so from then, I'm just going to show how America is so-called America is modern day Babylon today. So this is Jeremiah uh, Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. You know, and this can't be talking about the Assyrian Babylon captivity, because it was only Judah, the southern kingdom, that went into that Babylon. This was a future prophecy talking about Babylon today, because in this land, the 10 tribes, the northern tribes and the southern tribes are oppressed together. You know, and we're held fast by our captives, and they refuse to let us go. Like even to this day, they put the yoke of iron on us, took the yokes of iron off when our mind was destroyed, and spiritually and mentally, that yoke of iron never left off of us, man. We're sitting here destroyed, you know. And 34 again says, the Redeemer is strong, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So the Lord's gonna come. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna come. And he's gonna thoroughly plead our cause. With these devils, man, these wrongdoers, these evildoers. So from there, um, I can jump to Psalms, uh, Psalms 137. I'm gonna start at verse. This is Psalms 137. Start at verse 7. Remember, O Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So yeah, when the Chaldeans came and ravished our lands, Esau Edom, well, he was egging them on, man. He was telling them to he was like encouraging them to destroy our city, man. And it calls them the daughter of Babylon, man. So with that, I just want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect and Akim spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.